Hello and welcome back to the Road to Good Cooking, and today I'm going to show you how I make my made from scratch chicken patties. There's no additives, no preservatives, no colorful stuff, no things that you don't need in your chicken patties, just plain old chicken. So let's go. Okay, whenever I buy chicken from Costco, I buy the 6-pound bag of chicken tenders. Then I bring it home, separate it into portion size meals for me. Now, for this bag here, I will probably get at least 2 to 3 meals out of here if I make chicken tenders or chicken fingers. If I'm making burgers, I might get a few more out of there, and sometimes I'll cut them all, dice them up, and make some stir fry with them. And today, I'm going to ground them up, and I'm going to use my KitchenAid food grinder instead of digging out my big commercial food meat grinder. I'm just going to, whenever I have a small project, I use my KitchenAid mixer. Matter of fact, this is what I started off with when I first started making sausage years ago. And I didn't like the time and all the effort that it took making sausage with this little thing. So I bought me some commercial equipment because at that time I was producing 20, 30 pounds of sausage at a time. And I needed something that could keep up with that. So that's why I invested and got the commercial the meat grinder. But this will do the small jobs for me, so I'm okay with that. And when I make my patties, I cut up a whole bunch of parchment paper, and I'm going to put these on the individual patties, like so. And then they go in here, like this. Smash them down, and then you're good to go. And you'll see the whole process once I get started here. So let me get started chopping up my meat, and I'll be right back. When I was catering, I bet you I made hundreds of chicken burgers over the years, and you know, I always people always requested these burgers because they were so tasty. Yeah, I could buy the patties already made in the store, but why? You know, I mean, this is why they called me back to make burgers, because they knew that I made everything from scratch, homemade, and it tastes absolutely delicious. And they didn't get any mystery meat. They didn't, you know, it had burgers that they enjoyed, and the kids really enjoyed them. Now, I'm going to season these with my homemade ranch dressing seasoning, as you'll see here shortly. And what I'm doing now is just cutting off, I don't like to put, if there's tendons, sometimes there's a little bit of tendons and that silvery stuff on there, and I usually cut that off because I don't want to grind that up in my burgers. And you'll see a piece right about there. See that little white piece there? I don't like that. All it's going to do is just clog up my grinder, and I just take that out of there. See that little piece right there? We don't want that on our burgers. We just want plain old chicken. But like I was saying, you know, these burgers are really, really tasty, and people loved my burgers, and I took pride in making them. And like I said, I probably have made 1,000 burgers over the years, but you know what? That's a good thing. Now, pardon the noise, the air conditioner is still on. It's still 110 degrees here today, but I had to laugh at myself because I almost forgot how to put this thing together. I haven't used it in a minute, so bear with me. I got it on there eventually, but you know, I don't use that. I don't use this that often, so like I was telling you before. So sometimes I forget. Hey, I'm an old person. I told you that. You know that. Now we're ready to rock and roll. A bowl right here. Plug it up. There is nothing better than grinding up your own chicken and your beef and your pork or whatever you want to grind up. This way you don't have to worry about what's in it. You know what's in it. Just plain chicken or beef or pork. And that stuff that you get in the grocery stores, you don't know what's ground up in there because it sure doesn't taste like fresh ground meat that you grind up yourself. So think about that. And if you have a KitchenAid mixer, that little attachment is only about $60 and it's well worth every single penny. Done. And I always take a little piece of bread and then run that through so I can get that last little bit of sauce or chicken out of there. Coming out of there now is bread, so I know all the chicken is out of here. Don't want to waste none of this good chicken. It's all out of there. Take this off. Nothing in there, see? All gone. And while I have this chopped up, I'm gonna mix it up. I'm gonna season my chicken with the homemade ranch dressing. And I'm probably going to use maybe half a teaspoon. Perfect. It smells fabulous. And I'm going to take the rest of these out because I don't need that many. So I'm just going to put one in at a time. Put a paper disc on there. This is just parchment paper that I cut up into little circles. Then and I'm going to use a number 30 ice cream scoop. And you can make these as big or as small as you want. And with a spoon, smash them down. Put another piece of paper on the top. And then with the smasher, just smash it down. Let me put another disc in, another piece of paper. So it should be even all the way around. Put another disc. I purchased this really cool little hamburger press on one of our visits to the wine country, and one weekend we were out there in Napa Valley, and they had a street fair with a lot of vendors with a lot of cool stuff like this hamburger press, and I think I ended up buying like 5 of them, and I'm so glad I did, because this little thing, I mean, I told you, hundreds and thousands of burgers with these little press, and I've seen them on Amazon. Maybe not this one particular one, but they're all over Amazon. So just make sure you find a press that works for you, something that you enjoy using, and it will make your job so much easier. You can make your burgers where they're all the same size, and you can make them as thin as you want or as thick as you want if you got some greedy people that you have to feed. But it really is worth the investment of buying a burger press. Yeah, buy you a burger press. You need a couple of them. And make the kids make their own burgers. So I got 4 burgers out of that. That's 4 meals for me. And this is the fun part. You just take everything out just like so. And then just shake it off right onto the pan. How cool is that? So I said, get the kids involved. They will love this, making their own burgers. And from here, I'm going to put them in the freezer for about 20 or 30 minutes or so, and then just long enough for them to set up. And then from there, I will be putting them in freezer bags and vacuum sealing them and put them in the freezer and store them in the freezer so I'm ready to go. And I always have some sort of patties in my freezer, whether they be chicken, pork, or beef. There's always hamburger patties in my freezer. And here we go. And here's my chicken patties after 30 minutes or so. And I just left them there just long enough where they're easy to handle. See? And I'm going to put them in bags of 2. Just like that. Doesn't take them long to set up. And I leave the paper on because it just peels right off, and I'll do that right before I cook them. So I just leave that on there. I don't want to smash these, so I just take out just a little bit of the air and then I seal them. And they're good to go. And that's perfect. And like I told you in my earlier video some time ago, I only use these bags for raw chicken. I don't put nothing else in here but raw chicken. So I cut it off right here, remove my chicken patties out of there. 9 times out of 10 I'm going to make some more chicken patties after this batch, so I'll have them in my freezer. And then I keep all my bags in the freezer, separate the chicken bags from the pork bags from the beef bags. So that way I don't have to guess what I had in this bag last. I know there's going to be chicken in here. Alrighty? So we're good to go. Okay, and we're done. And thank you so much for stopping by. And if you're new to my channel, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button and that thumbs up button to let YouTube know that you enjoyed the video. And share my link with everybody you know in the universe. And as you can see, I have been really enjoying my chicken patty burgers, and I think I had them 2 nights in a row. The second night I only made 1 patty because this burger here was a monster, and I had it with fries and I was just miserably full. So the second night I just made it with 1 patty, and I didn't make any french fries with it. I think I had some fruit that night, but it was still good. Now don't forget about this hot weather that we're dealing with and your furry babies. When you take them outside to walk, please make sure that they have some kind of protection on their feet, because today here in Las Vegas it was up to 110 degrees in the shade, and I took a reading of the asphalt temperature and it was 113 degrees. So I wanted to make sure that my baby girl was protected, and as you can see, she certainly was. Thanks for stopping by. Be blessed, stay cool, stay hydrated, and I'll see you when I see you.